Okay, what's going on, everybody in the chat? Hey, how's it going? It's me again. It's Josh here for another epic album release party. Cool beans. Yeah, we got a real treat. There's kind of like a big package being put into a small surface area volume. I don't know where I'm trying to go with this here, but needless to say, we've got a lot going on tonight. A lot of surprises, a lot of special stuff. Oh wow, my volume is super loud. Is that too hot for you guys? Just let me know. I got my noise suppression on, but if the volume is too loud, I can adjust that. Space is pretty sweet. Yeah, thanks for asking, Piness. Yeah, it's a little cold, but I mean the parallax effect is pretty sweet, so it's hard to complain. Anyways, yeah, so we are all gathered here tonight. Maybe down the input a little bit. Okay, thank you. I've got a new motherboard, so I'm still kind of messing with the sound drivers a little bit. It's given me some problems here and then. Anyways, we are all here tonight to celebrate. Oh God, no pun intended. Okay, I'm gonna stop responding to the chat because I got shit to say. We're here for the release of Prime Legion Maiden Flight. They're launching their first like proper studio effort today, and that should be available out on Bandcamp. And to celebrate, we're going to have a listening party with them. We've got most of the members all lined up. Actually, why don't we just go over and say hi to them? Hey guys, how you all doing?
Pretty swell.
Awesome. We got 3 out of the 4. Yeah, so we gotta give a little bit of razz to Chris, Carbohydro M. He's over in France time at the moment, so that's like 6 a.m. And he did have every intention to be up early enough to be a part of this, but we haven't seen him yet, so we hope he's doing well and getting all of the rest that he needs. Nevertheless, we've got everybody else important to the project here to talk about the show. So yeah, you may have seen before, we've got Erich WK. They're over in the top left on drums. We've got Max Noël, famously of Prime Legion, and the Tiberian Sons. Oh, what's going on? And of course, we've got Monty on the run. Cheers, guys. How's your night going?
Pretty good.
Better now that you're here.
Oh, I can't hear you, Monty. Monty, I can't hear you, bud. Do you have some push-to-talk bullshit going on? I don't know. Can anybody else hear us?
There it is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're coming
It's
through.
these
All right.
headphones. This happened literally last time I was on here. This like shorted out and I just messed up.
That's all right. At least it's not a super formal event or anything. That's fine.
Right?
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, let's dive in a little bit. Maybe since Chris isn't here to talk about himself, maybe we can all talk a little bit about Chris and some of the stuff that he's done in the past and why we love him so much. I want to just come out of the gate and say that his solo project, Carbohydro M, is kind of the whole reason that we're all here tonight as an origin story. I got his Prime Legacy album, which is epic, and he composed that out of a concept to compose music for a shmup game that he wanted to have and to see, and so he just kind of went and made that album, which is kind of the precedent for what you guys have done.
Yep.
But yeah, maybe we can pass the hat around. Maybe we can pass the potato and maybe talk some shit, talk some praise, whatever you guys want to say about Chris. This is the perfect time to do it.
Totally. I feel like Max, you probably know him the best and you've known him the longest, right? I don't know if you have any
Yeah, I mean,
insight on.
sure. I mean, Chris is the main reason I got into playing VGM in the first place. Like, my first real experience with rock-style VGM was finding out about Dwellingo Duels back in, like, 2005. And he had this killer track that he made in collab with Brain Cells called Dual Storm, kick-ass arrangement of Thunder Force 3, and I was blown away, and I was like, oh shit, this is incredible. And this was roughly the moment where I was starting to play music at all. And I decided, okay, yeah, I want to do this. It's incredible. Let's do more of that.
And you guys were in a band? You were in a band together too, right?
yeah, in about 2010 or so, back when I was still living in France, I was living close to Marseille, and he was in Marseille. We lived 20 minutes away from each other, and we took us like 5 years to realize that. And so when my band found itself in need of a guitarist 1 week before our first gig, I hit him up, and to his credit, he said yes. He was on stage with us 1 week later, and it went way better than expected.
Nice.
Then with this band, we recorded a grand total of 1 song before I left for Canada, and then the band kind of petered out after that, which is sad because I had written tons of songs for it. Lyrics, I mean, I suck at writing music. I'm okay at lyrics, which is of course the reason why now I make VGM, which is instrumental.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, it's hard to mess up lyrics on instrumental music.
Yep.
Yeah. The best.
Yeah, and then I think when I first got into the VGM scene and saw, like, I think Andre or Pingo Simon would show me, like, you know, the mini bosses, the advantage, all that stuff, and then introduced me to the shiz and DOD. I remember hearing one of Carbo's entries on something, and I was, like, same reaction to you. I was completely blown away by his arrangement and just like how masterful his guitar tone and playing is. Just nuts, absolutely nuts. And I think it was really Carbo, Stemage, and Metroid Metal. I think those two were probably the most influential for me. And so when it really wanted me to, even though I don't play guitar, it was just like I was in love with it, and it really got me to want to play VGM too. So it's actually amazing to be here, you know, recording music with him all the time, and we even played, you know, a show together. So that was pretty special, I would say.
Erich, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, like, so the only reason I played drums was because I wanted to be in a band like NoFX, and I didn't know any drummers, so I learned drums when I was like 17 years old. And when I heard Carbohydram's like covers, I was like, holy shit, this guy's like playing punk rock and ska songs with video game music. That's sick. And he was like the first person I've ever heard, and probably the only person I heard that actually like does it like where it's not obnoxious and stupid and like played poorly. And I was like, this is fucking sick, especially like Unsealed, which is I think like a magnum opus and probably like one of the bright spots and jewels to VGM covers and the scene. So like I emailed him one day a couple years ago. I was like, hey, like I only play drums so I could play really fast, and you write drums to be really fast. Can we do an album together? And I think he responded like a month later. He goes like, yeah, one day, sure. And then Max messages me like one day. He's like, hey, Chris wants to come to like MacFest. Should we do a live show and we could play like and you can drum, and that'd be sick. And I was like, yes, absolutely, because like he's one of my favorite arrangers by far, and like his tone is absurd, and the speed and ferocity and like sass and moxie of his arrangements are like second to none.
Sass and moxie.
All right, awesome. I feel like we've been talking a lot about like Carbohydro M and Prime Legacy. I think it might be fitting to show off for those who may not have heard it some of that music, and we've got like one of the tracks off of Prime Legacy. The first one, I believe, is Fire Curtain, and so we want to just kind of give everybody a little taste, a little feel of where Prime Legion has come from. And as per the band's request, I'm going to be playing Parodius along to that. So yeah.
Wait, sexy Parodius or the first one?
No, just regular ass Parodius. I know. Whatever. I just give me a break. Just give me a break. we spent all of our sexiness at the Erich WK Athletic Aesthetic release.
That's true. Nick, you can't have my jacket. It's raw denim.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to mute all of us so everybody can enjoy the music. But yeah, here's Carbohydro M's Fire Curtain off of Prime Legacy.
you go.
All right. Well, it's very fitting that I just died because that's the end of the song, anyways. Yes, and to to answer everyone's questions, yes. So I think Chris is still asleep, but that's okay. The show must go on.
Must go on.
Yeah.
So it gave us an opportunity to praise him so much, and I think, him being there for it, he it's like if 4 people are just praising you constantly, it's probably just like but he deserves it, he earns it. So
knowing him, he would stop us from doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why we must take every chance we get to,
exactly.
spread the good word, because he is awesome and he's way too humble for his own good.
Yep. Very true.
You'll just have to watch the VOD later, if you can stand it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I do want to just take a minute to praise a little bit myself, because I myself I'm a little bit of a shmup fan. I don't quite dabble in the bullet hells like the true ones do, but nevertheless I wanted to just kind of point out and say how clear the influence of shmups in his music writing is. Like I always consider what it would be like to write music for, like the experience of going and exploring space and kind of being on your own, like the cascading arpeggios and like the distant delay, just like that wide open feeling of like expanse and newness and discovery and bravery and action. Like they're all kind of rolled up into that genre, and Chris does a really good job of encapsulating that, I think.
Oh, totally. And I think part of I remember talking to him about Prime Legacy and reaching out to him about it when it came out and being like, dude, this album is phenomenal. Like, I don't know how you wrote all this and came up with it. And the whole concept of the album, if anyone hasn't heard it or know, is like it's as if it's a soundtrack to a game that doesn't exist, right? So it's like the game is called Prime Legacy, as far as I understand it. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, if only Chris was here to say it himself.
I know.
Have a very clear definition of that.
Yeah, but as far as I'm aware, it's the soundtrack to a game that doesn't exist, and it is like a shoot 'em up game, So it's pretty amazing, and it really does. It hits all those marks you're talking about. It's so good.
Man, that guy knows how to write a mean harmony.
Oh, 100%.
That's a filthy, disgusting harmony.
Like the whole album is about, reviving a classic arcade shooting in a big way.
Yes, exactly.
True revival, yes.
Because honestly, like this whole soundtrack it's like a Gradius fan fiction with guitar and drums.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah,
and that's why it's so good.
And as a keyboardist and a bassist and a drummer, I can see how that might be especially attractive and appealing to you. And so I think maybe that kind of like segues pretty nicely into talking about the formation of Prime Legion. So how did that ball get rolling?
So kind of like what Erich said is like I think we all sort of reached out or knew Chris because of the shiz and stuff, and like I know Max knew him more early on, but I think once like MagFest was coming up, and I think I reached out to Chris separately and was like, hey, if you ever need a keyboardist to play your music, I'm 100% down. And like Erich said, it's like the same thing as like if you ever need a drummer, 100% down. And then Max reached out to Erich, and I think Chris reached out to me and was just like, hey, would you want to play if we went to Mag? And I was like, dude, I'm so down. Are you kidding me?
So yeah, essentially what I did was, okay, first we got to talk about the existence of MagFest Underground.
Yes.
This was the year where the Shiz decided that they didn't like the main lineup of MagFest. The artists that had been announced, they were good, but they were not Shiz good. So a couple of people from the Shiz...
No, hold on a minute. I want to digest this. So like, do you want to like drop some names and tell me like who's not good enough and where the Shiz bar is? I need a frame of reference here.
Well, I think it was mainly like the lineup just didn't have like a lot of the Shiz bands.
We didn't have any of us. That was the problem.
Yeah, we're too as a collective. We're just so into each other as a community that we were just in full rebellion. The fact that none of our bands
Right.
across the, I don't know how many hundreds of people in the shiz got to play it. So we were all bummed out, and we're like, let's have our own show.
Yeah. I think the tipping point was that they announced the megas for like the 5th year in a row, and not one but 2 nights of the Proto Man, and that pissed a lot of people off. And then, so a bunch of shiz people, but mostly Robbie and Darmok, they were like, well, we're gonna make our own Magfest inside Magfest. Screw everything.
I made the poster. That was my contribution.
It kicked ass. And so this is the point where I knew Chris was coming as a regular attendee for the 2nd year. And so I went behind his back and contacted Erich and Monte directly and told them, guys.
That's right.
Hypothetically, would you be down? And then both of them were like, hell yeah.
Yep.
And so at this point, I talked to Chris and I essentially gifted him the band. It was like, yo, so we're going to Magfest, but one thing you need to know is that you need to pack your guitar.
We started a band called
Monty and Erich in your arms, just like bringing them up to Chris. Here you go.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we started a band where we're gonna cover your songs and especially the ones you wrote. And do you want to be in the band?
Yeah.
Right?
What if he said no? Would you have still just found somebody else?
It would have been so depressing.
I wouldn't have taken no for an answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like my last name is Noël. It means Christmas. I'm literally Santa.
There you go. Bringing gifts.
So I gift bands to people. That's what I do.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, like you said that you wanted to approach him and like start by playing his songs, but nevertheless, I think some of the songs that I've seen you guys actually cover weren't off of that Prime Legacy album. And the first that I had heard of Prime Legion personally was on Tribute Album 64 when you covered that Star Soldier Vanishing Earth track. That was amazing. Was that like the first thing that you guys put together in the studio, or had you worked on stuff before that?
Did we do the Ooze first? I think we did the Ooze first. I'm trying to remember. Erich, do you remember?
Wasn't the Ooze for the Halloween?
Well, yeah, Ooze was for Halloween, and then so was Moonfight, but that was the year after, I think.
Well, I recorded Moonfight when we did the full Prime Legacy album, and I did Star Soldier when I recorded the album for
Kirby.
Another Kirby album. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Star Soldier was the first thing we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 100%, because I remember that. Yeah, because I lived with Pingo at the time, and I remember that coming in and being like, oh, we're starting sort of collaborating, and we're doing the 64 thing with the Unlucky, right? So that was sort of where that stemmed from, I think.
Nice. Okay. Well, do you guys want to listen to some of Prime Legion's first tracks? This is all like precursor to the release that we're actually celebrating tonight. But yeah, we've got your Star Soldier track. We've got Moonfight. That one was, what was the album that was for? Remind me.
For Moonfight, I think that was Dance Macabre 4? 5?
I have 5 in
maybe?
my head.
5.
Yeah, and then
I've done like 3 of them, so they all get mixed.
Like a
No, let's use
Castlevania X86000 track or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, well, we've got them all queued up, and I'm gonna keep playing some Parodius, and we're all gonna keep our fingers crossed and hope that Chris makes it to his show tonight. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Here we go, everyone. Okay, yeah, that's it. Awesome. And the 3 became 2. Monty had
Yep.
to go and attend to his
I did.
crying, or sorry, Max.
Like, wait,
Monty
do I
had
have
to
a
go
child?
and attend
But I
to his
didn't know
crying
about
child, and now we just have Max here in Monty's skin. Yeah, awesome, great. This is going all according to plan. This is all how we planned it, guys. Right?
Totally, absolutely. But
Yeah.
I will say with those tracks, so what's interesting is I'm sure a lot of you have heard Carbohydrum's like original stuff, and a lot of his or sorry, not his original stuff, but his original covers that he used to do, and his style is very like punk rock, sort of like what Erich was saying, is like very punk but like slightly progressive. And I think when we started talking to him about doing covers and stuff, and then even his stuff, his newer original stuff, which is a lot more like prog and very like T Square Cassiopeia influence to some degree, but still has that kind of punk vibe to it with the beats and stuff. And the more we kind of got in, and we were like, all right, so like what kind of stuff do we want to cover that none of us, no one's covered before, none of us have covered before rather. And he was like, we were all just like, let's do more J Fusion stuff, more Cassiopeia style. And Chris was like all about it. And that is what's really cool about these, is I feel like they're very like J Fusion, but like still kind of like Carbohydro M punk like mixed. And I don't know, it's fun stuff.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Agreed.
Sorry, Eric.
Agreed.
Didn't mean to. Oh, that's it. You were just agreeing. Okay, cool. Nice.
Agreeing or disagreeing?
All right. Well, yeah. So I guess what we're about to launch into, pun intended, is.
I see what you did there.
Oh God, is the actual release that we're all here for tonight, which is Maiden Flight.
Let's
This
go.
is a 3-track EP that you guys finally fulfilled your intention of getting with Chris and doing the Prime Legacy stuff. Man, you guys just like you're twisting my tongue around Prime Legacy and Prime Legion and
Prime Legion. Well, so that there's a story behind that, is like, what do we call the band? And we're like, well, it should be based on Prime Legacy and Carbohydro M, right, to some degree. So we were like talking about it, and it was like, well, we're like the Legion from the game, like we're the players in it. So
well, I
kind of
always think of that word in the biblical sense, like we are Legion.
yeah.
I think about Mass Effect, but yeah, but like
there you go.
these 3 songs are like we recorded like I think like 15 tracks, like 15. Like I recorded a lot of drums, and like the rest of the tracks are still being like polished and done by everybody else. But we decided to release these 3 separately as like a primer, if you will.
See what you did there.
To everything else, but like after these 3, expect in the future like an entire like full big ass album with like a big ass.
That's a Spinal
Pretty
Tap
much.
song, I think. Yeah.
Probably. Yep. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Is there anything more that you guys want to say about these tracks, or should we just dive right into them?
Fucking Chris knows how to make a fucking shred and tune.
Yep. Can you say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Shred?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, no, these I think were like, I think our favorite, especially when we perform them live. And I think we're doing 2 more eventually, but we sort of picked our favorites and what we think are like the best of the best, and sort of started with those. And yeah, like Erich said, we're sort of it's sort of the precursor to the big one, and I think we're gonna sort of compare. Are we doing the comparison?
Yes, that's right. So what we're gonna actually do is, because these are just like live band reinterpretations of the Prime Legacy songs, we're gonna listen to about like 15 seconds of the original song. It's gonna fade in and fade out, and then we're gonna listen to the full track as Prime Legion has recorded it. So yeah, and that's all just gonna be back to back. We're just gonna listen because it's a 3-song EP, right? We're just gonna listen to the whole thing through, and then meet you guys on the other side. How's that sound?
Sick.
Let's go.
As my friend Andre Beller says.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna press play on that, and yeah, everybody, please enjoy Maiden Flight.
that's a loop.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
bad.
Everyone, we did it. We listened to the EP Maiden Flight. That's
There it is.
Prime Legion. You're looking at the entire band here, and and thank you to
All
you
two of
for putting that together. Yeah, that's oh my god, that. I really love the way that that Chris's vision was able to be brought to life by you guys. Like it sounds really incredible. Like just having like the synth sounds are really tight and very much in tune with the
you.
feel of the original. The drumming is tight, obviously, Eric. Yeah, no one expected any less of you from that. And Max killing it on the bass. Holy cow! Like
So
those are
good.
not easy lines, you know.
They're nuts.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the conversation too. The fun part for me was, we have a Max.
What? Do we have a Max back?
We have a Max back.
Max
Back
back in the chat.
Yay!
Do we
Nice.
hear him at least?
I think so.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we can
You hear
hear
me?
you, bud.
Excellent.
We just finished listening to the EP.
Oh, cool. Did
Yeah,
you
you
like
were
it?
on that EP, dude.
Like it?
Yes, we did like it.
We liked it.
Good.
It
My
looks like the
work
chat
is
liked
done.
it too. Yeah. But yeah, we were just saying like talking about like the parts and stuff. You know, your insane bass shredding, undeniable.
Thank you.
But yeah, so like when we were talking about the arrangements and stuff, I remember we, you know, at least for me on the key parts, like Chris was like, you know, what do we want to do with sounds? Like he's like, just go to town, do whatever you want. Because part of my thing was like, I love the chiptune aspect of the originals, and you know, having those tones, especially with the harmonies, it's just so like traditional to sort of that 8-bit Game Boy sound, at least for me. And so when we went through it, I was like, do you want to keep it like that? He's like, no, let's just have fun with it. Let's do whatever, you know, feels right. Let's make it more Cassiopeia, a little more fusion-y. So I just kind of went to town and did a bunch of different sounds, added organ and all that stuff. So it was really, really fun.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I feel like you know, if Chris was here, I would love to pick his brain about like what some of his favorite shmups were. You know, like particularly an influence for this album. But maybe I thought it might be fun to ask you guys. You know, if you are shmup savvy, what some of your favorite shmups are.
I mean, my favorite's Ikaruga, by far. I mean, I'm obsessed with that game. But I don't know. I love shmups. I'm just god awful at them. But every time I go to an arcade, and if there's a write-in, I'll play a write-in until I'm run out of quarters, or like one of the newer 1942s.
The newer 1942s, not to be confused with the original year that was 1942.
Right.
And I know that Chris was like pretty influenced by like Thunder Force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially like Thunder Force 4.
That's the one. That's the Thunder Force. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Or Lightning Force.
It's pretty good, too.
Lightning. Oh my god.
Does Gunstar count as a shmup? No, right?
I mean, you shoot things.
That's a run and gun, you idiot.
I know.
I mean, is Star Fox a shmup? Oh, let's have this debate. No.
There you go. There's a debate. I don't know. What was the one we really wanted to cover, Eric? That I've always wanted to cover, the first original song, Silver Lining. Eschatos. We played that in an arcade at CAX. No, yeah, it was MacFest.
We played at MacFest. Yeah, there
MacFest.
was an Eschatos arcade cabinet. And it was fucking insane.
So Eric showed me the Eschatos song, Silver Lining, and I've been in love with it, and I've wanted Kirby to cover it for years, so you guys should look it up because it's an amazing song. But then, like, literally the next year we go to MagFest, and we go into the arcade, and there's an Eschatos giant arcade cabinet. I'm like, no fucking way. So, like, I remember spending most of the that night just playing that game, and I fell in love with it. And not only the soundtrack's good, but the game's great, too.
Awesome. Max, what about
you?
you, man?
He's like probably the best modern composer that tries to like reinvigorate the classic like Sega shmup sound.
Yeah, only second to Chris.
Yeah.
Max, what about you?
Mac-
You got
yeah.
any favorite shmups on your list?
Yeah, it's not going to be very original. I love Dodonpachi and Thunder Force 4, UN Squadron, and Afterburner.
Afterburner's
That's
great.
that's my top list.
Is Afterburner
Yeah.
a shmup? Oh, I mean, if Star
Is it?
Fox is a shmup, then I guess Afterburner could be a shmup. I'm wondering.
I don't
Yep.
remember.
I mean, Afterburner is kind of like a rail shooter, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's Max's favorite, so for tonight, it's
Yeah.
all fine. Yeah, definitely.
Damn right.
Awesome. Okay, well, I wanted to use that as a little bit of a stepping stone because, as we discussed earlier, Chris's Prime Legacy album
Crap.
is
Baby
meant to
emergency
be.
2. Be back later.
What's that? Oh, he's
He had another
he's
emergency.
got- oh my God! I
Poor Max.
don't envy him. He's got twins. That guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh man, that's got to be a lot of responsibility. But
Mhm.
But yeah, I wanted to show off because Chris's Carbohydro M's Prime Legacy album was music written for a shmup that didn't exist. Nevertheless, I guess shortly after that, he said he decided to start work on Second Legacy, which is actually a game. He's
Yep.
programmed this all himself. He is also writing the music and doing the sound effects and coding and everything for this game. And he was kind enough to pass on the demo of it. He's completed the first level and he sent it to me and I got to try it out and I'm really happy to show it off. This is more of Chris's amazing work, which if he was here, we would just be blowing him off. But but yeah, we've got it all ready to go here, and I'm gonna leave the. Oh shoot, is this gonna go into full screen? Hold on a second. I don't want this in.
That's
full
okay.
screen
You don't.
because I've got.
You don't need to see us. Just
no,
show off the game.
like- It's one of those really fast-paced bullet hells, and if I have it full screen,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna give myself some sensory issues here. So,
Okay.
let me just get this out of full screen.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, actually, when to give a little more backstory too, of I guess it's not really backstory, but when so first, all four of us work at we work at game studios, which is really cool. Max works at Ubisoft, and I actually don't know Chris's studio, and then Eric and I work at Psyonix, but Chris has been working on this side project for a long time. He said ever since he released Prime Legacy, he was like, I'm going to start making the game for Second Legacy, and he literally told us that when we met for this for the rehearsal of this, he was like, yeah, I'm actually working on the game. I guess I could show the first level. It's done. And we were just like, what? You've been making this side shmup? That's so sick. So I'm super excited to see it because I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, well I'm super happy to show off. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna make sure that my mapping is all correct. I'm using a PlayStation controller, so I just want to get into my options here. Here, I'll let you guys see the screen and hear some of the sound here.
Cool.
Damn, there we go. Okay. Where's my?
There it is. Yeah, guys, this is legit rad.
Set up your up, down, left, right, shot, bomb, explode.
Is it just sound effects, or did he put music to it too?
Oh yeah, there's music. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I would hope so.
Okay. Can you explain some of the hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Those are a little bit weird, but we're gonna try it out anyway, see if it works. Nope, we've lost the menu completely. Oh no, this is not any good. If the demo doesn't work, we can't show it off. Hold on.
You could just redo it.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah, maybe reload it.
All right.
User error.
This is all prototype stuff,
And
guys.
it's,
So
it's a feature, not a bug.
You had
Yeah.
to replace a few assets at the last minute. Yeah, let's just start this. Okay, here we go. We got 3 ships to choose from. The basic difference between any of them is shot spread. So I'm going to go with the widest basic shot wave. Choo-choo! Alright, we've got this focus mode, so I can make my shots go into a single screen.
Oh, good.
So I can navigate these bullet hells. And I'm not a bullet hell guy either, so if I get hit the first time, it'll send off all my bombs and clear the screen to save me. But beyond that, I really have to actually probably lean in and fucking stare, because the hitbox is right around the very center of the ship.
Okay.
So I can get really fine and save my soul there.
That looks so incredible.
Yeah, to think that he's done this all himself. Whoops.
And of course the music's just amazing. We've heard this song. That's what's cool is he sent us the couple of songs from this game, and I'm so excited for it. The shadows on the clouds, so sick.
Yeah, everything. Every little detail.
Wow. So cool. Oh my god, what is happening?
I know. This is the part where I have to lean in. Watch the center of my ship.
Oh baby, boss. We're a couple seconds delayed, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I can do it.
Wow, that looks so hard.
Wait.
Did you activate 2-player mode?
I think I did accidentally somehow. I did not do that intentionally.
Okay. Let's use what we used for Gunstar. I'll jump in.
Oh god. we'll just start Parsec halfway through the game, yeah.
There you go. Look at that. That is so intense.
There it is.
Nice, let's go.
Oh, wow.
Well done, Josh.
Thanks.
You
I
schmupper.
only died 5 times. Oh.
Dude, it looked so hard. God, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
I have so much more respect for him. Holy crap.
Yeah.
If Chris was here, we'd be gushing to his face.
100%. He is a savant in so many ways.
Well, he's going to be watching this VOD for breakfast, I hope.
Chris, you're nuts. Well done.
Just have
Drinking
some
his,
cups of coffee and just
drinking his
accept the
Americano and eating his croissants. And dance. Red, white, and blue.
All right. Well, yeah, everybody. That's I guess that's what's kind of or at least part of what's in the works for Prime Legion coming up into the future. So you guys are obviously going to be covering some of that material from that game.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, we have we record 15 songs, and they're all in varying stages. We have a effing incredible Metal Gear Solid cover. like a ridiculous Shovel Knight cover, like a Thunder Force 4 cover, and like another original song that he wrote too. We covered Vega. I know Andre likes Vega. What else did we cover? DuckTales, Mario Kart.
I'm trying to think what else. I really wanted to do his Mario Galaxy one, but we didn't.
Yeah, that's like probably one of my favorite ones of his. But hopefully we can like release this because I really want to do like Unsealed.
Yep, that's
Kinda
essentially like that's the premise. I guess we could set it up for the next what is it section?
Next little block here. Yeah, because we do
yeah.
have some of those tracks that are. I guess none of them have been released yet, right? This is exclusive content.
Well, so technically, so that's the thing is
Lauren
Unsealed. Yeah, but on the Unsealed stuff that Chris had with Carbohydro M, he has like a giant library of all his covers. A lot of them are from DoD and all those things. And so we went through a lot of his stuff, and we just picked a lot of songs that we really liked, that we wanted to cover and do in the full band style. And I think we added a couple extras like Shovel Knight and stuff like that. So there's, like Erich said, there's like 15 of them. So we're pretty excited to release it. And that's sort of phase 2 of this, I guess, whole thing. And yeah, I think we have 3 songs. And how appropriate is the first one, which is Ikaruga, right?
Yeah.
Shmup.
Yeah, definitely. So these are going to be, and we're just going to listen to them through. So we've got Ikaruga, we've got your Metal Gear Solid track, and we're going to finish things off with Rainbow Road. And I'm going to do my best not to completely suck at Parodius for another 12 minutes or so.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it, guys.
Start the pit.
Yeah, let's see a emoji
Start
pit in the chat. Stir
Get
it up,
wild.
Raw.
beautiful.
There it
Well,
is.
That's all she wrote. Yeah. Wow.
That's it.
The big lady came in and she wrote that, but that
And
was
the
it.
giant eagle, American eagle, Uncle Sam the eagle. Dude, the woman came in on the beginning of Rainbow Road. It was like perfect. It was amazing.
Yeah,
It's
Ranja,
how
why that
Japan,
eagle
it's how
have to-
Japan thinks about us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just a big turkey in disguise. Oh snap! No. I'm
There you go.
not gonna get political here. But yeah, that was and those are like, I mean, you heard them here, but those songs are all intended for a future release. Is that right?
Yep. Exactly. So yeah, that future release will have. I don't know if we're gonna do all of them or most of them or some of them, but like we're gonna do basically a bunch of covers, and I think we're gonna have. I think it'll be primarily just the covers, and then maybe one or two of the Second Legacy stuff. But we'll see
Yeah, definitely.
soon, hopefully.
And yeah, if you guys want to know more about Prime Legion, you can go and follow them on their Twitter, just at Prime Legion. Is it Prime Legion or Prime Legion VGM?
Prime Legion VGM.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. And they
Pretty new.
Yeah, it's pretty new. You can tell how organized the band is. Oh, sorry, I just had to. Oh, sorry, you cut off there, bud.
America.
Fix your headset.
Oh, me? You got me?
Yeah.
We're spanning West Coast, North America, East Coast, North America, and then all the way to France. So it's a little challenging.
7:30 in the morning in France right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Chris is getting all of the Z's that he needs. Oh yes, and there are questions of how to get the EP. So it is rather unfortunate that that Chris is not awake, because he was also responsible for getting the album released on Bandcamp today. Yeah, I'm sure they will have a link up on their social media soon, and Bonus Stage will be sure to echo that. So if you're already following Bonus Stage and don't want to follow Prime Legion for whatever reason after tonight, I don't know, just it'll be on the Bonus Stage social. And
yeah, you guys just got the exclusive pre-release.
Yeah, just watch the VOD until the album comes out. And
there you go.
Yeah, put it on loop.
Yep.
Sorry, Max is trying to post a link. He has to be quiet, but hold on, let's see if I can get you modded here, my friend. Yeah. And yeah, what else? Block, add friend. No, I can't do it in Streamlabs. I'm just super lazy. Hold on. Let's go over to Twitch here. Come on.
We got this.
I got this. I swear.
We'll get you your
I've
link.
done this before. There you go. Max, you're a mod now, so you can post links.
Dude, nice.
Put that up there.
Exclusivity.
Sweet. That'll be on unsealed.bandcamp.com. Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eric, Monty, any final thoughts for the night?
I just had a good time with my friends.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly.
All two of my friends.
Yep. All two. No, thank you guys for coming. We hope you enjoy the EP and future releases that we're gonna do, and tune into our socials, and we'll try to show you more stuff and keep making fun music, and games apparently.
And games, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to when that comes out. I really want to see.
Totally. Yep.
I want to see that full game.
All the right notes. All the right notes. All the right notes.
Sweet. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna sign off here. We'll leave you with a little bit of VGM, but yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. We'll I'm gonna do some shameless plugs if that's okay.
Please.
Yeah, definitely. So we have another album listening party coming up next Friday. That's going to be The Arcadian, John O'Neill. He's going to be releasing his Rage Quit Volume 2, which has some really amazing tracks on it. That's also available for pre-order on Bandcamp. I'm going to be doing my regular Celeste stream on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific. And then
get those strawberries.
Yeah, get those strawberries. I'm getting a lot of them. I got like 24 out of 31 on the last level without, like searching too hard. But
B-sides yet?
Huh?
You do the B-sides yet?
No, I'll come back around to it. God, I'm just trying to do the story right now, man. It's super casual, first time. Give me a break. And then of course on February 13th we're having Bonus Stage X. which is the 10th virtual VGM Fest. And we've got
Classic.
Sybil Grace, we've got Geek Swag, we've got Jer Roke of Martial Art, also just of himself. We've got Console, not to be confused with Console or the Consoles. This console is the Hawaiian iteration. And who else do we have? We've got we've got Joe Newman. Oh, he's gonna be playing one of your tracks, Eric. He's gonna be playing his what he contributed on to Athletic Aesthetic.
Saxophone.
And I know there's.
Is it?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is there going to be a Mega Man X Storm Eagle cover?
Oh man, I'm really hoping somebody pulls up their pants and does something like that. That would be incredible.
Yeah, because Olsen would love nothing more. You know.
Goddamn Olsen. Yeah, and I know I'm forgetting somebody on the lineup. I feel awful, but it's just it. Who else is on there? Somebody in the chat know who's on the event that I booked? Oh God, I'm blanking and I feel real bad. Hold on, I got it right here coming up.
So it's a long, you got a lot of folks.
Oh my God, Shipless is going to be on. Great Russian pianist, does lots of really good VGM covers on YouTube. She was actually supposed to be on the holiday special in December, but she had some tech issues, so we had to rebook her. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be Feb 13th. That's all I really want to shout out at the moment. Yeah, but thanks Monty, thanks Eric for being here. Thank you to Max as well, and thanks to Chris for getting some no doubt much needed rest. Yeah,
for sure. And for all of his great contribution to this, it wouldn't happen without him. Obviously, it sucks he couldn't make it, but his legacy lives on no matter what.
His prime legacy, and
exactly
now his second legacy as well.
There you go.
All right, well, we're gonna sign off. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. See ya.